Pluto's moving into Aquarius this afternoon at like 3, let's see what the exact time is, 3:39 p.m. Eastern time in the United States. So let's read the chart, y'all. I was just looking at this and I was like, I gotta share. Okay, so you'll see the first thing that stands out to me, this chart that we're looking at, Pluto's at the top of the chart. Like, Pluto is about this business. It's happening at the top of the chart, and that is significant in chart reading. It enhances the importance. Why does it enhance the importance? Well, the position of planets matter, right? And if a planet is at the top of the chart, that indicates that it's the highest point in the sky. All right? So Pluto intends to be in charge while it's in Aquarius for the next, 19, 20 years. Okay, so let's keep talking. The next thing that stands out for me here is that Taurus is rising. So this is going to be one of the major themes while Pluto is in Aquarius with us for the next 20 years. All right. So what does that mean? What's Taurus about? So Taurus is about comfort. It's about our values. It's about the things that we possess, our physical possessions. And also, depending on your perspective, it can also mean like the people that belong to you. So we could be talking about family, friends, relationships. It all depends on where Taurus lands in your chart. But these Taurus themes will be a highlight. And I really am interested in the chaos. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this planet right here is Uranus, and it's in the first house. So this is a major theme of Pluto's movement into Aquarius. Okay, so let's talk about what that means. So Uranus is going to make a transition very soon into Gemini, and that means a lot to folks who live in the United States. And globally, because the United States is an empire and it's got its tendrils and everything. So that movement is going to be key. But the theme that Uranus is going to be playing is about how chaotic ownership can be, okay? So the things that you have, the things that you think you have, might not be yours. And maybe this is... my intuition is saying this could be talking about land back. This could be talking about what does empire look like, right? Empire's got to let go of some shit because it doesn't belong to them. So I don't know. I think this is putting things back into the hands of the people because, right, what's Aquarius about? Aquarius is about the collective, the big groups, right? All the air signs are about relationships and communication, but Aquarius is about big picture shit. So this movement of Pluto into Aquarius is talking about more than just like our interpersonal relationships. It's talking about our relationships with the planet. And Uranus being in the first house here is saying, there can be turbulence, right? There can be some personal turbulence based in the things that you own. And when we're talking about Pluto, a planet that moves super duper slow, and yes, of course, astrology still thinks that Pluto is a planet. We respect you, Pluto. We love you, Pluto. Sorry here. Okay, so anyhow, and I'm getting a phone call. Y'all, rude. What else stands out for me? The other thing that stands out is that the sun is in the 7th house of this chart. So again, highlighting relationships, right? And really thinking about what the secrets are in relationships, because Scorpio, where the sun is right now, it's Scorpio season. Shout out to all the Scorpios. I love y'all. The 7th house is talking about relationships, our contracts, our boundaries. It's really talking about social contracts, right? And Scorpio is about what's hidden, uncovering information. Scorpio is an investigator. It's the detective. It's also very sensual, is that a word? Scorpio is very sensual, and very, very interested in passionate, affairs. So, we're going to have some passionate relationships over the next, 20 years. And what does this look like as a collective? I think it looks like people really being about their values, right? In their relationships. and being passionate about their opinions, which we already are, but I think there's going to be potentially a bigger divide about like what's right and what's wrong, and people are going to be a little hot-headed in defending their opinions, which I think is appropriate, right? I think it's appropriate considering all that we've been through. And those are just some things that stood out for me in the chart of later today. I'm looking at this. I'm not done. Oh my gosh. So looking at this Taurus rising, if we look at the second house, which Taurus rules over, Jupiter's there. This is Jupiter right here, right? And Jupiter being in the second house really is going to expand our possessions and expand our values. So maybe this is opening some minds is what we're talking about here, right? And we could go through dispositorship and look for where Venus is. I think Venus is Venus is up here in Capricorn, making a nice trine down here to the rising sign. So like values and our relationships are really going to be highlighted over the next 20 years. So don't be fucking with nobody that doesn't share your values. That's going to be disastrous. And I also think that this is going to bring some cohesiveness potentially to the way that the world is working together. It's it's going to be turbulent because change is inherently violent on some level. But ultimately, I think it's going to be juicy and satisfactory. And we're going to come out of here with Pluto in Pisces and be ready to make our dreams come true. So that's my analysis of this chart. Thanks for listening for 7 minutes. I appreciate you.